what are we doing now? We've investigated everything, I believe. What is this thing? The food that I ate? How about you let the medical examiner examine the food that we ate? Like, there are remains here, right? Is that the remains? I don't know. I feel like that would be a good idea.
Look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff has gone.
Strong enough? What? Oh, I was trying to say his name.
The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us.
All these Russian names are impossible to remember. Tra-la-la! What? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Is it Sholmes? Tra-la-la, lira-lira-lay, I did it the great detective way. Oh my god. It is Sholmes.
This caroling. I know that lark-like voice.
Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us.
Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin where we can and investigate.
Definitely. And before that stringy knot crewman Stringy knot comes back.
It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot.
Thanks for correcting me. Miss Pavlova's cabin.
This could be our chance.
What? Yeah. I thought we were going in. Okay, never mind. Yes. I'm sure we could learn something. Yes, of course. We have to move in there. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Sato-san. Oh, where's she gone? Oh, hey, what are you doing? Those are her private things.
There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can.
I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake.
Not just for Kazuma-sama.
What do you mean?
It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there.
Really?
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves, if we have to.
Yes, we will. Hey, look at the shelf here! It's in the same state as the shelf on the other side. All the books have toppled over together, look, every single one.
Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though.
It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin.
Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookcase.
That would be too much of a coincidence, would it? I don't know, would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company?
Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage.
What? Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know?
Well, anyway, I set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. No, Sato-san, stop it! No, what are you doing? No! Don't leave evidence that we've been in here! What the heck? Sato-san! Ah yes, they're displayed in this cabin too, look. The SS Buria's rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend has disappeared to now. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Or I hope it doesn't get stuck in that mousetrap outside. Oh yes, so do I. Let's look at the briefcase. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open! It's completely empty inside, but according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend that she had to keep a secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? I mean, did she take it away or did that pet escape on its own? That would be a scary thought. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks, I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Yeah, have low expectations of other people and you won't get disappointed. I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped, more like it was put there deliberately. Do you think? Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak on the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are a very thirsty people. What? Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet. If they even drink tea. I mean, it could be either. Maybe she's not a thirsty person at all. That's why the pot is empty, because... yeah. It's definitely that they are excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? What's with the bag? Naruhodo-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe you see, you know? Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. Didn't Sholmes go into the wardrobe earlier? It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Okay, we can't look at the bag. That's alright.
There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. Oh no! Why are you alerting everyone of our presence in here? She barely hesitated there, and she gave it a good tug too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. Oh geez, Sato-san, what are you doing? You are a liability. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. And getting gassed himself too? Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning, exactly. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled bat coming out of this ventilator. Okay, that's it? We didn't find anything new, did we? Oh my goodness, okay. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. With the bolts drawn across, there's no way anybody could enter the cabin from outside. Is it not possible to lock the door from the outside? This seems to be a security risk. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? But still, it wouldn't slide across of its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around a closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. Okay, there's nothing in here, Sato-san. Sato, what do I do? Oh no, we need to move outside, and when we do, we'll get discovered or something. Okay, no. Then go to our cabin. No. Wait, did we miss something in here? Did we actually miss something in here? The wardrobe. There's a bag we can't examine. The rules of passage, the shelf. What am I supposed to do here? The case. The desk. Oh! The waste basket. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Shall we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? Naruhodo-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly, we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh. Well, that's a little disappointing. Okay, but now we have seen everything, right? We should have seen everything now. Okay, or not. Oh! Sherlock? I mean Herlock. Herlock? Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look! Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Tra-la-la-lee-ra-lee-ra-lay, I did it the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Yes, there were times, I'm sure you know, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Okay. Excuse me. I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! Ah! What is it? You want to fight her? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry. Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet... the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean? Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. There were some important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. Okay, interesting. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes Sholmes. Brilliance! Ouch. What? What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. You ate the drugged food as well. Everyone ate the drugged food. That's why the seaman didn't write anything into his report, right? Because he was, like, unconscious, drugged. And last night, the ballerina, whatever her name is, Nikolina? Miss Pavlova, like, came aboard the ship under mysterious circumstances. Like, we don't know how she even boarded the ship. And presumably no one knows because everyone was drugged? Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Sato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Okay, that is very disconcerting. Someone wanted to do some illegal stuff, that's why they drugged everyone on board the ship by drugging the food. And maybe Kazuma realized something, because Kazuma wasn't drugged because he didn't eat anything. He didn't eat any food. That's why he was conscious, and maybe he witnessed something and someone wanted him dead because they didn't want to leave any witnesses. Something like that? Yo, where did you go? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Borea. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. So by bringing her pet on board, Miss Pavlova has broken the rules. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes as yet. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside a traveling case in her cabin. A friend. There's more to this than it seems, I think. Well, we already inspected the case in her cabin, right? I'm not sure what I'm missing here. What am I supposed to do? Yes, we've read all of that. Okay. Let's move into her cabin again. Oh! Ah, what's that? Someone on board? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile fore. Full stop, hard to starboard. All hands brace for impact. Impact? What the? I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Oh! The screen is tilting. Sato-san, hold on to me. Wow! Sato-san, are you alright? Are you injured? I think I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodo-san. It looks like we avoided a collision. I think... Yes, the ship has come to a stop. Oh my goodness, what about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Uh-oh. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Hey, look at the shelf! All the things are toppled over again. Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in here? In there, Naruhodo-san, and bolt the door, quickly. What? The bolt? Oh! It's now closed. Oh god, that's what happened last night, didn't it? Like, the ship came to a full stop, all the things on the shelf toppled over, including the bolt. It shut off automatically. That's how the locked room murder took place. The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Naruhodo-san, aren't you going to open the door and let the inspector in? I'd better tidy this place up first. What? Just let the inspector in before tidying up. Our violent emergency stop had solved one mystery at least in a very vivid way. But I knew that what awaits us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. Oh, is it not just Hosonaga-san? I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Somehow, the door to the cabin we were in ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Sato-san took a deep breath, then gently slid back the bolt. Oh. Yo, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? Ah, you both look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. A false report? Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos, passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. Oh wait, if you pull the alarm, the ship will automatically come to a standstill? Is that it? This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? You wicked intruder! Dressed all in black, you are the devil! Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is the first. You opened my traveling case, how could you? What? No, we didn't touch it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector? Yes? Oh, she knows that he's an inspector? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He is a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? And he is stowaway as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She's right, you are a devil. It doesn't look good, does it? There is cell below deck. Throw him in. Tomorrow we dock in Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Hosonaga, is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. This is terrible. This is a real crisis. I've got to find a solution. Immediately. Okay, but how? What? I have to find a solution? Oh! Sherlock? I mean Herlock? Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? You've got yourself into a difficult situation here, by entering this cabin uninvited, I mean. Sorry, I was just so desperate to find a clue. I'm afraid there's really nothing more I can do to help you. If I push my luck any further, a punch to the face will be the least of my worries. I'm really sorry. I have to take responsibility for giving you the freedom to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. Now this has happened, I have to report to the captain at once. Oh no, I don't want him to beat you up more. I really need some help here. I need a savior to rescue me from this crisis. Okay, we need to talk to Sholmes, I get it. Miss Pavlova, can I get out? Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but get out now! We just needed to investigate in here to help it's no use, she's not going to listen. I need to find someone who will. Please, just give me a little more time. I'll do nothing for you, except show you way to ship's prison cell. Thanks, but no thanks. But I'm innocent, I didn't kill anyone. And trespassing and stowing away. Well, you know, sometimes life can lead you down some unusual avenues and, well... Enough! You are guilty! Ship's cell is the only place fit for you. Come on, there has to be someone, some savior. Okay, game, I get it. Fine. Sholmes, please say something. You don't believe I was the murderer, right? What the... What are you doing up there? Mr. Sholmes? Why? Did you steal the tiara? Why did you steal the tiara? Naturally, I was analyzing what a weight of 20,000 rubles feels like on one's head. Have I not told you that as a detective, it is my business to know what other people do not? This isn't mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To probably assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles, naturally. I wish to determine if it would bend that conceited looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. I never know whether to take this man seriously or not. You again, the great detective. Inspector, I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is the report? Speak! An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved by me, naturally. What? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No other explanations exist. So, allow me to illuminate all your minds. For I am about to reveal my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Okay. Ha! You have solved it! Even Hedgehog understands this haze. We all know who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is the stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! The trouble is, there doesn't appear to be anyone else who could have killed the victim, because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. That means the culprit must be someone who was inside the cabin. Yes, it's what's called a locked room mystery in detective stories. Locked room, that is point. The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You're all quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. What? Oh yes, there's another entrance. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What? What other entrance? We never discovered one. Wyatt gapes open-mouthed at you even as we speak. The ventilator, man. What? The ventilator? Yeah! You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as tree trunks. You're suggesting that the culprit entered and left the victim's cabin through that tiny opening? It's not possible. But it is. And last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in act of passing through the ventilator. The speckled band? Mr. Sholmes, do you mean? Are you referring to the words Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary? I can hear a faint whistling sound. 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is the speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? There's a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I am about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your cores. Behold! What the... It is a snake! Allow me to introduce you all to the band, the speckled band. A snake? Indubitably. I knew it. Mr. Sholmes, just one thing. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? Well, I mean, there's kind of a pattern to it, isn't there? It looks more stripy, wouldn't you say? Yes, you're right. I think in this case you'd have to call it... a stripy band? The striped band, wouldn't you? Don't be so nitpickery. Hey. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? Oh my goodness, really? It's a trap? How exactly? I think perhaps it is time I explained the intricacies of my train of thought. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. There are two conclusions I have drawn from the facts. Number one. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. And number two. That same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. Wait, what? No way. No. She's turned as white as a bowl of rice again. Sholmes must be right. He's hit the nail on the head. Doubtfully? This young woman's friend killed Mr. Azuki? We can't hear you. It looks like he can't speak with that snake coiled around his head. Oh wait, the snake broke Kazuma's neck? Ooh, by choking him to death? Slowly and painfully? Holy moly. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. So everyone, let us begin. Herlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Does that mean we have to correct him again? Intruder's identity. Miss Pavlova, moments ago you claimed the following. His death has nothing to do with me. This whole thing has nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. That was wrong already. And it is that very pain that evidences your inextricable link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on that portentous night? Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? As I suspected, another telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. Oh, wait, is it not? It's not? And yet, that fact leaves us in a quandary. The victim's written observations on the night in question tell of a speckled band, whereas, regrettably, this specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. I mean, it is kind of speckled. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was the sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to this quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Yes, that which you are trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's sloughed skin? Sholmes, are you completely mad now? Evidently, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you are talking about. Last night, through the ventilator visible in this cabin, your then speckled friend slithered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled band. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose markings change each time it sloughs its skin. A snake so dreadful, we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. How Mr. Azuki died. Okay. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no signs of injury, visible signs. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by a terrible venom. No, that's not right. Now, if we take that as fact... Why would we take that as fact? We can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Oh no, could there be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost, but not quite, imperceptible puncture wounds left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth. There were none. Yes, the vestiges of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friend. This makes no sense. Even the accused thinks this is ridiculous. There's no point feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? And now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you chose. That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in that traveling case. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. Your serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before his end. That was your signal, was it not? The sound you had used to train your serpent friend. Train? Indeed, you'd put the serpent through the ventilator and wait. After a period, you'd summon it back with a whistle. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared to not have been dispatched, you'd release the snake once more. Do you deny the snake has undergone such training? It's not true! Having slithered through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. And its venom would course through the victim's veins, ending his existence forever. That is the true nature of the speckled band that took the poor young man's life. There can be no doubt, my logic is infallible. Death by a venomous snake's bite. Am I gonna correct him now? Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of the speckled band. Miss Pavlova has trained her pet snake as a killing machine. There, on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. Of milk? The promise of food is the key of training any creature. Incredible! You've solved the mystery! I'm not the murderer, right? It was Pavlova. Amazing! Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such an household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. Could I venture an opinion, Mr. Holmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deductions before. Some things don't quite make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and will answer both loudly and proudly. Oh, well, good.